What is good, everyone? Welcome to my channel. Today is a slightly different video, a little bit of an introspective, retrospective look at my content, and the news is I'm going to be actually changing a little something about my channel going forward. So, let's get after it. Okay, so something happened recently that kind of brought to my attention that I have some blind spots in my information about Japan and how I talk about it. And that's something that I really should address going forward in future episodes. Now, I first had the idea maybe I could actually do an episode about blind spots. You know, talk about things that maybe I didn't internalize, or talk about things that I don't really understand or know about Japan. But if I talk about blind spots, they're blind spots. So that's going to be a pretty difficult topic to do, actually, because you don't know what you don't know, you know? So that led me to think a little bit further. I could probably do a topic in the future, something like talking about what I've internalized about Japan and like changed about myself, become more Japanese in a sense, versus things that I've come to understand about Japan but still kind of keep my American sensibilities or beliefs about something. That might be an interesting compare and contrast episode, and I probably will do that in the future sometime. But what is the thing that sparked off this sort of brainstorming that I've got going on? Well, simply put, a comment on a video that I did about a year ago about gift giving and obligation culture in Japan. Got a comment that really got me thinking and sort of pointed out this blind spot that I hadn't really paid attention to in the past. I think the easiest way to talk about it is I'm just going to quote it for you. YouTube account going by Frank Parker says, "Your issue with those gifts stems from you thinking as an individualist, not a collectivist like Japanese people do. You want the gratification of your gift being enjoyed and project that onto the person receiving it." He goes on to say, "For someone living this long in Japan, it baffles me that you haven't at least to some degree internalized this mindset." Okay. There are a few other things on there, but to start, when I first read the comment, I felt a little defensive. I thought I was kind of being attacked in a way. And in my defense, I would say that I was talking from my perspective, and I was just giving my viewpoint, my genuine reaction about how I felt about gift giving and obligation culture. And I'm still very American about that, as he points out. So yeah, I don't think the comment was entirely fair, but it does raise the good point that I didn't make it clear how this really was my opinion. I didn't say that, well, Japanese society looks at it this way, or if I was a Japanese person, I might be interpreting it that way. And that's the blind spot I'm talking about. I realized that one small way I could change my channel for the better is that when I am expressing my opinion and my reaction, and it feels like it's something that's coming from my viewpoint as an American, I should really point that out and provide the sort of Japanese counterpart, like how this might be viewed by Japanese people or Japanese society, so that they can be viewed side by side by viewers like you. So I realized that this would make my channel a lot more informative, a lot deeper in terms of the content I'm providing, and that seems definitely worthwhile. And so I'm going to attempt to do that from now on. When I'm expressing something that might be different from how Japanese people feel about it, I'm gonna make sure to mention how Japanese society might look at the same thing. And I think that's going to make my channel better and enrich my viewership in terms of the knowledge that I'll be able to impart in those cases. So yeah, I really appreciate that comment, and I want to use that as an opportunity to stress that I really love getting comments like that. If you agree with what I have to say and you have an example yourself, comment about it. If you disagree with what I have to say and you want to add to the conversation and challenge some assertion I've made, please do so. I want this channel to really be a conversation as much as possible and not just me kind of throwing my viewpoints out into space. So I appreciate getting that comment. It got me really thinking about things, and you know, critically thinking about my own viewpoints is never a bad thing to do. In addition to commenting, I really appreciate if you can hit a like on this video, go back and watch my previous content and hit like on the videos that you enjoy, because that's still the single best way to get my content out to the greater YouTube audience. You know, the algorithm picks up those likes and, you know, spreads the content a little bit more. Subscribe if you haven't already. I have some really good videos coming up soon, including an interview, first interview I've done in a couple of months. And I'm interviewing a Japanese woman who lived in Australia for a number of years and has returned to Japan. And we talk about her readjustment or adjustment to Japanese society again. So look for that one. That will come out next week. And I want to thank you very, very much for watching this particular episode. I will catch you on the next one. Drop a new one every Friday. See you then.